It's showtime! Hi, everybody! Woodley, Woodley! Oh my gosh! Look at here we go! Onto the wild blue yonder. I am waiting for, hey everybody, Sunbury, Steve. Oh, great, Steve, I'm glad. Hi, Marie. You know what? I am waiting for Miss B to come in. Little B, my little Rosie. She still hasn't come in yet. So we are waiting. Hi, Smashbox. How you doing, baby? Sunbury. I would imagine that's Shell. I saw your video. That was so sweet. Thank you. Steve, I hope you drive carefully, babe. Um, yeah, we got B is supposed to be here, or little B, Rosie, Ethel. And what you guys did, we're going to just wait for a few more people to come in. Yeah, I'm glad y'all came in. Heck yeah. Hang on a minute. I got to see what I'm doing here. If I got my Smashbox. Yep, I got it up there. Or my Streamlabs. So anyway. Hi, Emily. Oh, I'm so glad you did that, Shell. That was very sweet. Hi, Shell. How are you? I've been waiting for little Rosie. I don't know if any of you see her anywhere or can get a hold of her. Well, hi, wise man. How are you? Ooh, I like your avatar. That's pretty. Cheryl, how are you, honey? I hope you're doing okay, baby. Hello, Linda. You did? Oh, wise man, I hope you like it. You're new to the chat. Everybody show wise man some love. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Oh, I'm so glad you guys came in. Yep, show wise man some love. Kitty, my darling. He's new to our chat, and so we want to say hello. Oh, that's so sweet. Tell her hello and give her big hugs. Danielle, how are you, doll? I saw your video. You're doing a great job. Good job, good job. Proof is in the pudding. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I am recouping from surgery. I have another one in 2 weeks. Oh my God, pudding. What kind of surgery? And I hope you're okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I hope you're okay. So until we get Rosie in here, live stream the other day, he's a funny guy. Oh, Dee, hello, darling. Oh, Tracy, hello. I've been waiting, bladder surgery. Are you going to be okay, Puddin'? Well, you know what, my mods, my beautiful mods. Paula, hello, honey. If we get any trolls in here before Rosie shows up, let's have fun with them. They're fair game today until Rosie gets here. Tracy, I just love you. Oh, good, Pudding. I'm glad you're going to be okay, honey. Good. Yes, B. Your link is in your Twitter, honey. Oh, I just love your videos, Danielle. Love them. And I don't comment, and I'm sorry. I got to get better. I try to watch everybody's videos, and it takes up sometimes majority of my day, but I do watch them. I really do. I really do. So, Rosie, what are you doing? Dee, I hope you're doing good, babe. That's right. Thank you, Shell, for doing that. Yep, we're going to talk about that today, too. I greatly appreciate that. Just got a head rush. Yep, there she is. She's sideways, though. Hello, darling. You're sideways.
I'm always sideways.
There you go. You got to flip your camera around before you go on the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the worst at everything.
There we
Everything.
go. There we go. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. I'm probably at like a. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you fine.
Okay, good.
Do you have me muted on the YouTube side?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you are so good. I just love you. You look really good today,
I
by the
love you
way.
too. Thank you. I feel really good today. The difference of not being in the bathroom throwing up half the day, it's a huge difference.
It
Makes a
is,
big
isn't it?
difference in how you feel.
It is, isn't
Yeah.
it, sweetie? Well, for everybody, hi Kelly. Everybody just coming in. This is our little Rosie, which she will always be Rosie or Ethel to me. I can't get used to calling her little B. I don't think I ever will, so I'll just stick with what I know of her. Jillian, hello, honey. Um,
I'll answer to anything, you know I will.
Hi, Anna. How are you? Well, everybody is saying hello to you and that they love you. Um,
Yeah, when you see me looking down, guys, I'm looking at my dad. It's on my
Hi,
iPad.
Jennifer.
Hey, Smashbox. I love Smashbox. Oh my
I
gosh.
do too.
Isn't
She's
she
a feisty
cute?
little shit, isn't she?
She's cute.
Yep.
And she's got me from seeing her, y'all know I have a wig and I never wear it. But from seeing her and how pretty she looks in
Uh
her,
huh.
I'm starting to think about wearing mine.
Yeah, exactly. Shannon! My gosh, Shannon, welcome. Everybody, welcome Shannon. Kiss, kiss, kiss to you too there.
Oh yes, my Shannon. Oh,
Oh, look at her. Yes. Well, welcome Shannon. I'm so glad that you came in here, honey. And all of you that I haven't said hello to, hello, big kiss. As y'all know, Patsy, hello, Mariska. As y'all know, here's our little Rosie. Um, you know, I want you to tell everybody, just so that everybody knows, because we're going to put up your PayPal account, and once again, we're going to do the GoFundMe. Now, um,
thank you.
you're welcome, honey. I love you so much. Hi, Tanya. I
I
love you
love you too.
so much, Rosie. I do. And
Don't get me started. Don't make me cry
I'm not
either.
gonna make you cry because I see that you put up your damn makeup.
I know, and I was very careful to put on waterproof mascara.
You look cute though, and I like your hair. It's really growing. I really like it.
Thank
It's
you.
really looking cute. So let's talk about your cancer. Um,
Okay.
I want you to tell everybody about your cancer. What is it that you have?
It's stage 3 multiple myeloma, and that's a blood and bone marrow cancer.
Okay, and if I'm correct, this cancer eats little holes in your bones. Is that correct?
Yes, it destroys the bone. It causes multiple lesions or holes in the bones.
And there's no repairing that.
No. I do get infusions for bone strengthener to try to preserve the integrity of the what's left of the bone, but the damage that's already done is done.
Okay. Marie Laveau wants to know if you did get your nausea medicines yesterday.
I did. I got my nausea meds, and that's why I'm up and able to even function today. The, that was my number one priority of meds was my nausea meds because when you get up in the morning and the first thing you do is 3 or 4 hours in the bathroom, that's it. You're done for the day. You're
Right,
not
right.
doing anything else.
So,
So it made a huge difference to be able to get those meds and to take that Zofran this morning and not be in the bathroom sick
that's what
all
I took
day.
too. And
It's really good stuff.
it really is. And, the difference between um, laying on the floor, curled up in a ball, sick, and sitting up to where you're sitting now is a world of difference. Uh,
Yeah, it's I'm if I spend half the day sick, I'm not doing anything the rest of the day. I'm just going to go back to bed, and that's where I'm going to be the rest of the day.
Right, right. Okay, let me see. I'm pulling up your PayPal account here. So hang on with me, guys. I'm going to throw up the PayPal account here as soon as I get into one of her videos. I'm in there right now.
Hey guys, it's
There's
Little
her
B.
PayPal
I love
account.
you guys so
I just
much.
wanted to get on really quick and
Y'all have made a huge difference
I
for
wanted to say
me. And I was able to get today. I was able to get my anxiety medications, which is that's something that I deal with. And I was able to get, what else did I get this morning? I picked up my mouthwash that because the chemo causes
Mouth
blisters and
source.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was able to get my mouthwash. So that's you guys have helped me in a way that I can't explain, and that people who don't go through this can't understand.
Mr. Boot, hello. Tanya wants to know, how did it come about that you found out that you had cancer, and what symptoms did you have that you were diagnosed before you were
Yeah,
diagnosed?
that's a Uber. You know that story, and it's a crazy one. I had lost a lot of weight over a period of a few months, but I thought it was just because I was working hard. I had a really manual labor job, and then I started having a lot of pain in my lower back, my shoulders, my ribs. And I was seeing a doctor. I had a primary care doctor, and I went to her several times about this pain. And as we all know, there is a narcotics problem in our country. And, even though I live in a small town, we're certainly not exempt from that. And so this doctor basically just refused to do any kind of diagnostics on me. No blood work, no x-rays, no anything. She just kept telling me to take ibuprofen. And I kept going back and telling this is not helping. It's getting worse. It's both sides of my ribs now. And she wasn't doing anything. And finally, the last day that I saw this doctor, she told me that she thought that I was just med seeking. And by that time, I had pain throughout my whole body. My heart rate was beginning to get very irregular. Um, I was having trouble with my kidneys, and I knew I had to find a different doctor. So it took me about 2 weeks to get an appointment with a new primary care doctor. But I did, and I went to this new doctor and told him everything that was going on. And, whether he believed that I was in pain or not, he did start doing, checking me out. He did blood work. And then about a week after I started seeing him, he sent me for a CT scan. And when the blood work came back and the CT scan came back, it showed high levels of calcium in my blood. And the CT scan showed that I had holes in
Oh,
every bone in my body. So within, 2 weeks of going to this new doctor and somebody who actually believed me and started checking it out, within 2 weeks of going to a new doctor is when I found out I had cancer.
that doctor not only let your cancer grow, but should have the medical license taken away, in my opinion,
I agree.
for not
I
following
agree.
through.
But I have been so scared to
PayPal
like
boots.
I don't say anything publicly about this doctor because I would not want to risk, any kind of slander or anything like that. But personally, among friends and family here, I do tell them that that's who I was going to, and she almost let me die.
Right,
Please find a different doctor.
right, exactly, exactly.
Oh,
Well,
Simply Coastal, I gotta throw kisses to him.
oh,
Oh my God, I've been
he's my
listening to his music.
sweetheart. I know,
Oh, his
isn't he an
music is so
amazing
good.
singer?
Yes, his
He is
voice is
amazing.
magic.
Yeah, and I love him. He's like my son. I just love him to death. Mustang Sally was awesome, by the way, this morning. You hunka good
Oh my
looking
God.
man.
Uber, have you heard him? The Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone?
Yes, yes. He's
Uh,
amazing. Amazing.
he's singing that one for me, in case y'all didn't
Oh,
know.
oh, I love him so much. He's so sweet. Well, listen, you
And
guys, I
I
want.
have to thank everybody here for being so good. Guys, I was so scared about this, and I didn't want to do. I went to just somebody privately about this, and I was really scared. I was really worried about the word getting out that I needed help because people. This can be a very vicious place on
Yeah.
somebody that needs help, and everybody has been so good to me and not judged me, and I love you guys for that. I thank you so much.
Well, we love you very much, Rosie, and you've got to know that. Um, and I'll tell you, this little gal never asks for anything. And Rosie and I are pretty close. I would like to think we are.
We
She
are.
she would not even tell me. I heard about this secondhand. She wouldn't tell me because she didn't want to upset me. And she was thinking about me. And when I heard that she needed help, I was like, what the hell? Why didn't she let me know? Well, guess what? She didn't want to upset me. That's the kind of person she is. And there ain't no way in hell I was going to sit on my hands and let this stand by. There ain't no way. So she gives to people. She's kind to everybody. She goes into everybody's stream. She's kind. She's outgoing. Um, oh, thank you very much, Mr. Boot. I appreciate that. Shannon, thank you so much. Everybody that is donating, thank you very much. Thank you, Pudding. now,
Mr. Boot, thank you.
now,
Thank
explain
you
to
to
us.
everybody. And to Shell. Shell went full on
Yes,
like
she did.
a woman on a mission.
Yep, she did. She got a hold of me. She said, I don't know how to do this GoFundMe. And she said, how much? And we had a few words, and then boom. I mean, she was on it like a fly on a turd. So, yeah, I want to thank everybody that's donating. Now, explain to us about your insurance. What's going on with your insurance?
Okay. And Felsie, if you're in here, feel free to help me at any time because she can explain this like so much better than I can. It's called like a donut hole loop,
Mm-hmm.
and what it is, I was approved for Medicaid, and it's like where I worked up until the time I found out that I was sick and everything. They approved my Medicaid for a year, regardless of my condition, regardless of my treatment or what kind of medications I was on. They approved me for a year. So the time came around for to me to like reapply or be reprocessed or whatever. And they actually kick you. They kick you right out and take it away from you until you go through the process of reapplying and meeting this deductible and everything. And you have to fill out a bunch of paperwork about your income and everything. Well, when I first applied and first got approved, of course, I did not have disability. I had no income at the time because I had left work. I was no longer able to work. And social services, when you're applying for Medicaid, if you have recently gotten disability, for your income, they're supposed to count your monthly amount that you receive monthly. Well, what they did to me was instead of counting just my monthly amount, when you first get approved for disability and you get your first payment, they'll backdate it to a certain date where they
Right.
determine, okay, like she became disabled on this date. And they'll backdate it to that, and they'll give you like a lump sum payment for your first payment. So instead of factoring my monthly payment, they put in this huge amount that was given to me as my first lump sum payment and said, okay, well, you have this much money, you don't qualify. And so I had no idea how to fix that. And as y'all know, I have palliative care available to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I called palliative care and asked them if a social worker there could come help me. I explained to her what had happened. And she came out and looked over all my paperwork that they had sent me and everything. And she saw what they had done, that they had done me wrong. You know, they had put completely the wrong numbers in. Um, and so my social worker through palliative care took over right then.
Oh,
And
good.
yeah, because I don't know how all that works, how the law and everything for all that works. And so she filed an appeal, and they sent out all the paperwork for appeal, and she took care of all that information for me and everything. And so, and I don't even have to go up there now, thank God, because like I've said before, you know, they in here in this county, they give you a different social worker at DSS every couple of months. You never meet them face to face. If you call, you have to leave a voicemail, and they might call you back and they might not. And if you finally just have to go in, they say, well, you didn't have an appointment, so you're going to talk to the walk in worker.
Right.
And so I've never met anybody who's actually my caseworker there. So fortunately, my social worker through palliative care is taking care of all of this for me.
And you know, when
She's
you have
going
to
to,
go the other way, you have to explain your story about 10 different times. I might be
yes.
exaggerating, but you know, so many different times you get tired of fighting them.
Yeah, and it's like no matter what you tell them, you're wrong.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Well,
Yeah, simply Coastal saying he deals with this with his mom. It's just it's like a never ending loop that you get caught in. You can't get anything caught up. You can't get anything finalized. But my social worker, you know, they know that she knows the laws. She knows how it's supposed to be handled and everything. So I'm really grateful to have her and to have her taking care of that for me. And hopefully, you know, I mean, it's going to take it, they're going to be slow about it. They take their time, but hopefully it'll be, you know, fixed soon. And I'm going to ask her, I think there's a way because allegedly they will retroactive when they give me my Medicaid back, they will make it retroactive back to the time when they cut me off.
oh baby, thank you.
And I think there's a
Oh.
way that throughout this time that I've not had any coverage that I can get them to reimburse me for what I've had to pay out of pocket. So if I can do that, then certainly I will be, you know, paying back or paying forward or whatever, you know, needs to be done. But for the time being, until that gets straightened out, I'm paying out of pocket.
Well, and how much are your meds uh every month? What's the total on that every month that you
For for my prescription meds that I pick up at the pharmacy, it's about 900.
a month?
Yeah,
That's outrageous. Outrageous.
it it is. And now that's not counting, like I'm not even concerned about the Revlimid right now. The Revlimid is my chemo pill, and that, you know, comes to me from a specialized pharmacy. That's something that is called in by my doctor, and then it's actually couriered to my home. But that medication is like $12,000 a month for Revlimid.
Oh my God.
And my doctor knows what's going on with that. And he knows what's going on with the insurance. So he said, you know, don't worry about that right now. Just, you know, when you get your insurance back, call Biologics and let them know you have it. And then you can start taking it when you get it. He said it's okay for me to be without that Revlimid for right now.
Okay, and have you tried contacting the pharmacies that are doing this? Maybe that they can help you out.
The I think, oh, that phone call knocked me out. I think that worked.
Just hit your
I'm
picture,
sorry,
baby.
Uber. Somebody tried to call me,
You're
honey,
okay.
and
Just
that
hit your picture. Hi, TPG. There you
there we
are.
go. I got it back.
There you are.
I think
Hello,
I got it back.
Teresa. Lori. Okay. So, once again, have you tried contacting like the people making the medications? See if you can get on some kind of program to get your medication.
The Celgene. That's the
Yes.
company that makes Revlimid is Celgene. And I do have their information, so I am going to call them. But I'm going to call them and see what I can do, see what I can find out. But they're most like what I was told by, because I talked to my social worker this morning about doing that, about asking her to help me do that. And she said that most likely what they're going to tell me once they see, that I've had Medicaid and where I'm at in the process and everything, what they're most likely going to tell me is, since you're in your process and when you get your determination and if you're not approved for your Medicaid, then we will do, the company thing. And if you are approved, then we'll file your insurance.
Bye
They
bye,
kind of,
Boots. Sorry.
that's okay. Bye, Boots. Yeah, the way it was explained is that they don't like to do it while you're in processing because that would, cause like something like a kickback bill
Uh
on
huh.
me. So they like to wait until you have a determination of yes or no, whether or not you're going to get the insurance.
Mm. Wow. Wow. That just blows
Which
me
is
away.
okay with me because, my doctor said it's okay for me to wait on that
Right.
medication. Because, I'm just now starting on the maintenance chemo. And fortunately, the in-center treatment that I get there, they know all about this. They deal with this all the time. So I still go and get like my injections and my Zometa infusion. They don't stop my in-center treatment just because of an insurance issue.
So
They know how that
you'll
works.
still get that.
Yes, I still am able to get my injections and since I get my steroids just from the regular pharmacy here, I can get those. And so I'm getting everything of my treatment right now other than the chemo pill. And my doctor said he's not concerned about that. We can wait and see how that goes and deal with that when we get to it.
Angie, she was just saying that the pharmaceuticals, she was told that in order for them to do that, it would be easier for her not to do that because of the kickback they on that with her insurance, because the insurance would need to know. So um, she's it would be easier for her not to go through the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, they just want me to wait until I get a determination. Since I'm in processing, they want me to wait until I get a determination of yes, I'm going to get my insurance back or no, I'm not. And then, of course, they would help either way.
Right.
But they just don't do that, don't like to do that during a processing or an appeal or whatever for insurance because it can put you in like a kickback situation.
Right. Right. So, Rosie looks good today. And the reason why she does look good today is because she's not curled up next to the commode, puking her guts out, because you folks bought her medication yesterday, helped her so that she could actually sit up today and put on a little bit of makeup and feel halfway decent. I'm
Yeah,
telling you what,
that it changes everything.
chemo nausea is the worst kind of nausea that anyone could experience. It is worse than triple a flu. It's so bad. It's so bad. You curl up in a ball, and all you can do is puke. You swallow, you puke, swallow, you puke, and it's not fun. And you get the dry heaves. Um, it's terrible. You puke up bile. It's terrible, debilitating. And God bless you, little Rosie. I mean, thank God bless these people that are donating to you and
Yes.
helping you.
Yes. Don't ever doubt. I've said it so much in the last 2 days. There are angels among us. These That's exactly what all these people are to me, is angels. They're doing the work of the Lord. I absolutely believe it, because that's what when I need help, I pray for help, and
Oh,
nine
baby.
times out of 10, that's how God helps me, is through the kindness of others.
Yep. And there's your rainbow, baby. There's your rainbow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you, honey. But never feel like you can't ask for help. And that goes for anybody that needs help, legitimate help.
Well, I know, but Uber, you've been sick too, and I've been so worried about you, and I didn't want to put any more stress on you. I didn't want you worrying about me. I didn't want you, doing anything more than you needed to be doing for me. Because I love you, and you need to take care of yourself. You're going through just as much as I am, if not more.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm so ornery. I do want to bring up something to you though, and I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
All right. I got a DM the other day, and I'm going to share this with you. I got a DM that somebody in their live stream was saying that if you are dying or at the end, and I'm well, I'm compressing this. Let me see if I can quote this. Quote unquote. It seems to me if you're at the end of your life, you wouldn't be on YouTube. Now, what do you think about that? I mean, you're struggling. I'm struggling. What do you think about that statement?
Well, I mean, I
Has
don't consider this the end of my life yet.
No, but for the ones that would be, like me, I'm facing it. But what do you think?
Yeah,
What
but
has
you're
YouTube
fighting it
done?
too, Uber.
What has YouTube done for you?
Well, what should a dying
Uh,
person do?
What should a dying person do? Exactly. That's
yeah,
my caregiver is behind me.
That's something
And
that that's an individual thing to anybody how do you know when you're dying? Somebody could get up and walk out and get in their car and get on interstate
Exactly.
and they're gone. You don't know when your last day is. I don't know when mine is.
Exactly. Let the
I'm
person
gonna
do what
do
they want to do.
I'm gonna do what I want to do one day at a time.
Who is anybody to dictate how to spend your days on this earth?
Yeah.
You enjoy YouTube. I enjoy YouTube. You know?
If I wasn't doing YouTube, if I had not come here and made the wonderful, amazing friends that I have made and shared my journey with people and met the people that I've met, I'd still be in there throwing up today.
I know, baby.
And that's a truth, that's a truth.
Well, God bless you all for helping her out. I can't tell you all how much I appreciate, and I know Rosie does too, all the love that you all have showed
Yes.
her. It's not easy by any means. Not easy by any means. Oh,
You've got a lot of company, Uber.
well, I've got my caregiver here today, and Georgia needs some oxygen. There's a bottle. The green tag. Make sure it has green tag on it. That means it's full. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
She okay?
Yeah, she's having a little anxiety right now. Got lorazepam on, so.
Does she have any clonazepam or?
She got the lorazepam. We gave her that, and just gotta get some air going.
She okay? Alrighty. Let me know how she's doing. Georgia's having a hard time breathing. Sounds like. Wow.
They'll get her fixed up.
Yeah. She's. I'm telling you what. She's been going through hell too. And she likes she likes YouTube. So yeah, I just why
I
am I
love
not
that live
seeing any?
stream that you did from Georgia's. That was so
Wasn't
much
that
fun.
good? I am not seeing any of the
It was.
any of the chat come up for some reason. For some reason, it has stopped right there at Kitty's. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of mine either. Are you seeing any of the chat?
Mine stopped at Kitty's too.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on with that. That's weird. Huh.
YouTube and they're fabulous, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, we aren't seeing any kind of chat, guys. None. So I don't know what's going on with the live chat.
Is yours froze up at Kitty?
Yeah, mine's froze up at Kitty. Yep.
Yeah, I was asking Superman too. His is froze up, so I guess
Superman,
it's
and yours froze
everybody.
up too? It's everybody, huh? Well,
Yeah.
you know what? We'll just keep talking because we're still live. You know, we can go on without that. So, how's the family
Yeah, maybe
doing,
it'll
Rosie?
catch up.
How's the family doing?
They're doing good. Hubby's still working every day. A lot of days he does take off though. Mr. Boots thinks he's blocked. I just got a Twitter pop up.
Oh gosh, no.
No, you're not blocked. It's just froze up.
Yeah, everything is froze up here, guys. I don't know why, but it stops right at Kitty, and the chat's froze. So we're just gonna have to go on with this with no chat, and I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I don't know what the heck is going on. But yeah, it's really weird. Nobody's blocked.
Guys, if anybody's got any questions or anything for me, you can DM me on Twitter since this chat's not working right.
Yeah, definitely.
But the family's doing good. Hubby's, he's going to work every day, but there are days when, if I'm just too weak or too tired, he stays with me.
Right.
And
now,
takes
when are
me
you
to
going to be
chemo.
getting a caregiver?
Hopefully soon. She is my palliative care social worker is taking care of that, and I don't know if that's going to be done through like the county DSS office for a CAP worker, or if it will be a home health worker from hospice and palliative care. She didn't go into detail about that, but she just said that she was going to look into what I qualified for. And
I was going to say, here the state comes in and does an assessment on you, and then they, you can get how many hours, they feel that you need, and then they go ahead and set you up. It took me about 2 weeks to get my caregiver.
Okay.
Yeah. So
at first I was a little bit at first I was like, no, I don't want, because I still have the feeling like I should be able to do it all by myself. And then I realized I can't, especially if I'm gonna I hate to admit this, but I have my doctor has pulled me out of the Live Strong program because it was just too much for me, and the exercise that I was doing in the Live Strong program was not benefiting me, and it was causing a lot of extra breakthrough pain.
Right.
So my doctor went ahead and pulled me out of the Live Strong program and told me just to stick to the water classes, the exercise in the water that doesn't have high impact or anything like that would be hurting my bones.
Right.
So, and during that week where I was pushing myself so much, trying to do everything, I just wore myself out. So he's told me to take, this week I've just taken off. I've just rested and, kind of done some housework and stuff.
Which you really need to do. You really needed to do that. Because I saw you working so hard to get back. You were so happy to go swimming in that. And then, bam, you got just wore down real fast.
Yeah. And that's where I was trying to do the exercise that I knew was good for me and that helped me out so much, and the Live Strong program that so many people had wanted me to do. But that program just is not for me. Not at the stage that I'm at
Right.
and the condition of my bones. It's just not for me.
We're back.
And
The text is working now. Yay, we're working.
yay!
What the heck was that all about, guys?
That
Oh my
nice little
gosh, that
glitch
was
from
weird.
YouTube.
Yeah, that was a glitch, right? Y'all are working. Yay, you're back.
It's good to be back.
Oh gosh. Yay, we're back.
It's like a blackout for a
I
minute
know. It was like, oh God. At first I thought something was going on in my program. I got lonely without you guys. Oh my gosh.
there. We're back, Kitty. It's okay.
Hi, Donna.
It's okay.
Laced. Bam. Right? There you go. Oh, I'm so glad
I'm telling
you
you,
guys are back.
YouTube is messing with their own selves.
I'm
Oh
telling
my
you,
gosh.
it's something, isn't it?
YouTube's got a hot mess going on.
Yep, they sure do. They sure do. So, okay, so let's talk. You know, you didn't think you would, kind of scared you, I suppose, because you don't give up. First of all, I want to tell you, you don't give up your independence when you get
Right.
a caregiver. I'm telling you that much right now. My caregiver, which is going to be going over to Georgia's full time here next week, I get a new caregiver. But because Georgia's caregiver now is going on maternity leave. But anyway, uh, they're there to help you do the things that you just get too wore out. Your laundry. Kelly cooks meals for me, so I have meals for up to a couple days until she's here next. She, will run an errand for me. Just this kind of stuff that wears me out, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And once I started thinking about the kind of help that I would have around here,
uh,
I actually got really excited about it because, I do things modified, like laundry. I'm not supposed to be bending over and picking up like a wet load. I'm not supposed to be doing that. So, like, I drop it all into the basket and then kick it,
exactly.
to where I needed. So, I've found ways to get around things, but at the same time, modifying the way you would do something still wears you out.
It wears you out. Yes, it
And
does.
I've also had issues of during the day, and I don't know if this is a mild depression thing or if it's loneliness. But like during the day, if there's not anybody here to tell me to eat, I just won't. I just will. And like he'll text me from work and be like, "Did you eat? You need to eat something." And I'll just be like, "I'm not hungry. I don't have an
Oh,
appetite." And so then when he gets home, I eat with him. And I think it's a thing. It might be loneliness. And I think it's going to be good just to have somebody here for company.
right, exactly. And they do. I mean, getting a caregiver is a very intimate, detailed thing.
Yeah,
My caregiver helps me get dressed. She's doing my foot massages for my feet. And so it is a very intimate. So you get attached to them,
yeah.
you know.
Well, I worked in nursing for 15 years.
Oh,
And a couple of those years were home health. So I have been on that side of it. And I understand it from that side. And this is going to be so very different. And I was in nursing for 15 years, and they say nurses are the worst patients, and that could happen. I hope
yep.
not. I'm gonna try to be good to her, but
Oh,
I
Shannon, I'm sorry to hear that. She says, Uber and Rosie, my daddy is fighting stage 4 lung and bone cancer, and he's really struggling. It's an awful disease. Shannon, I am so sorry to
it,
hear that. Prayers
we'll be
are with
praying.
you.
for you
Yes.
and your whole family,
Yes.
because that's, cancer takes its effect on the whole family. It really does.
It does. Yeah, my prayers are with you, honey. My prayers are with you. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And we're here for you if you need anything, Shannon. Please, please let
Yes.
us know. You need anybody to talk to? Everybody in this chat is willing to talk to you. So,
Shannon, if you're not loved up to my channel, please feel free to, I'm gonna type in the chat here. I'm just really quick, say hey. Over on my channel under my about me, I've got my email, I've got my Twitter. You can get in touch with me. Because that's a lot of why I came to YouTube. Not only was to receive support and love, but to give also. And this cancer is so much bigger than us. It's so much bigger, and we can beat it, but in the end, we can't, because it affects
oh,
so many people. I don't know anybody that has not been affected by cancer in some way. It's bigger than us, and we have to stick together. And
Shannon
so,
681 said cancer took her sister and my best friend within 6 months of each other. It's an evil thing. Shannon, and my prayers go out to you too. Like little Rosie said, that sometimes it's hard on the people, the caregivers, and the family. So, and it's something you don't get over with when you lose anybody in your life. I don't care. I don't care from what disease. It's really hard, let alone 6 months each, away from each other. That's terrible. So both Shannons, just know that we're here for you. If you ever need to, you know, if you ever need to vent, we're here. Hit me up
yeah,
too and Twitter if y'all need to. Hit me up. Um, my heart just goes out to y'all. So
yeah, cancer is something. It's it's devastating, especially in the final stages. It's devastating. And that's why it's so important, while we are still strong enough to fight, while we are still strong enough to speak up and unite people. It's so important to do that. Because when our time comes, when the strength is gone, that it's time to lay down and take our rest and be with our family. Then it's hard to do any work when you're at that phase. But that's why, while you can fight, work and reach out to people and be there for each other.
exactly, exactly. And Rosie, even being as sick as she is, helps people. She talks to people. She encourages people, and that's why we're reaching out to help her now, because she has helped a lot of people with her story. She has gone out of her way to make sure that people know that she's there for them. The days she is so tired she can't hardly lift her head up, I've talked to her on the phone, and she's more worried about me. So, you know, show her some love so she can get these meds, folks, who passed from cancer. Yes. Yes, Shelley. Yes, and she loves her family. Absolutely, Shannon. She's got the best family. She does, and her husband is so supportive. So supportive. Can you
He is. I've
imagine?
got the best husband.
Can you imagine working a full-time job and worrying the whole day long about your wife at home, if she's okay? That's where I think this caregiver is going to come in handy. It will relieve some of his stress also, knowing that she's okay and being taken care of. And
It will.
it will. I mean, he is such a loving and giving soul too. They're so cute together. They are just so cute together. So, yeah, keep Rosie in your prayers, everybody. If you can't donate, keep her in your prayers. Keep her family in her prayers. In your prayers. Um, Thank you, TNT. You're so sweet. Hi, Lori. Yes, selfless. She is very selfless. Yes. Boss man, hello. Hello.
There he is.
There's my boss man. There he
That
is with
that's my
Rosie and
Superman.
Kim. There's her Superman right there, the boss man 69. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. So, Rosie, what are your plans here in the next foreseeable future?
Um, I'm gonna see how this maintenance chemo goes. It's
Good.
only gonna be once a week that I have to go in. So we'll see what that's gonna be like. See how I'm gonna adjust to that and everything. I definitely want to be able to get back into my water classes because I was enjoying those. I was doing really well until I got sick. And then, and I'm just going to stick to those, just the water classes, because anything else is just too much. And I was pushing myself too hard. I do that a lot. I push myself too hard. Um,
Well, you don't want to give
because,
up. I mean, that's with any of
right,
us. Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
I'm still young. I know I
Exactly.
probably don't look it, but something about, I tell myself, you're only 38, you should still be able to do this.
Honey,
And
you're younger than my youngest child.
that's, but I've got to realize, I'm working with the bones of like a 90-year-old or more. I'm working with the bones of a mummy. So, I just gotta, keep myself in check and not try to push myself too hard and do the things that are good for me without pushing myself too hard. And, I got to find my balance. It's like every time I find a balance,
Mm-hmm.
something changes.
Yeah.
And so that's, and of course, I'm still going to keep doing my videos. I need to be doing more family videos. I haven't been doing much of them lately, but I've focused a lot of my videos on, sharing information for cancer patients. I've been doing the inside peek chemo videos where people were able to see me getting my injections, and the inside peek at chemo where people were able to see my Zameda infusions. And me and my nurses, we love doing that because it's not, as far as I know, it's not something that a lot of people have done,
Mm-mm.
is showing what it's really like getting chemo. And my nurses, I love them, and I have a close personal relationship with my chemo nurses. And so they love being in video with me. Uh and I think they like that people are able to see my relationship with them too, because they're humans too, they're people too.
That's right.
So I've really enjoyed doing those informational videos, the inside peek at chemo. I think I'm gonna I follow the International Multiple Myeloma Research
Oh,
Foundation,
good.
and I'm amazed because multiple myeloma is a rare cancer. And so I may start keeping up with that and just sharing a little bit of information about new things that are coming up, new treatments and new trials that are coming up
I'm glad that you
with
do
that.
that. I'm glad that you do that. That's pretty cool.
I I do follow that pretty closely because there's no cure for multiple myeloma. It's definitely a relapse cancer, and it's one of those things that you find a good treatment and it works until it doesn't. And when it doesn't anymore, then that's when you make the decision of trying to find another treatment that works or stopping treatment. And anytime you try a new treatment, you're going to get new side effects, and you're faced with the balance between quality of life and quantity of life, because some of these side effects can take a toll on you to where you're not living a quality of life, to where you're not able to enjoy your
Right.
life anymore.
Right.
And we're all adults here. we all know that we've seen people just laying in a bed breathing, and that's not living.
Mm-mm.
And there are a lot of people, including myself, who don't want to do that. And so, that's one of those things that I'm going to fight, and I'm going to take every treatment that works. And, God's going to bring me where He wants me to be. And when decisions need to be made, I'll make them. But until then, I'm going to do everything that I can to help my community and help other cancer patients and help people who are affected by cancer in any way.
Right, right. And you are such an inspiration. I'm glad you're doing your videos because a lot of
Thank
people
you.
that don't understand don't know what it's like to go through treatment. And yours, like your port's in your stomach, right?
No, I actually don't have a port right
But
now.
they're giving you treatment through your stomach.
Yeah, it's just an injection, and they have to
Okay.
put it where I'm fat. So that's where I get it.
Okay. Alrighty. So, and for us to see you go through that and then the side effects afterward, that you've recorded, you were driving one day and you were just feeling shitty, all around
Yeah.
shitty. And so people get to see that. And I'm glad that you're documenting all of this. So,
I'm a really positive person, and I want to stay that way and share that with everybody, and that's what I want to put out. But at the same time, I have to be honest about the bad days. I have to be honest about the days when it knocks me down, because I don't want anybody who's out there struggling the same way I'm struggling thinking that I don't have bad days and that they're failing at something because they can't be positive all the time. I'm
right,
not positive all the time.
right.
I'm not like this all the time. I have my bad days for sure.
Absolutely. Now, listen, everybody. If my mods would one more time, let's post her GoFundMe account and PayPal account. Remember, her meds costs $900 a month. $900 a month. Can you put Angie wants to know if you could put your post office box. Uh, Thank you,
I can.
girls. Um, and so she needs help until her insurance kicks back out of this gap, or the donut hole as they call it. So if we could get her some help, we earned a lot yesterday. We're going to continue this until she says, okay, my insurance kicked in, and we're going to continue doing this. Thank you, Dee. Hello, Angel. Yes, give what you can. $1, $2 makes a big difference. And there it
Yes,
is right
and
there.
please don't anybody, if you can't afford to give, that's fine. I completely understand, because I'm where I'm at now. If you can't give, pray for me. Because I
Absolutely.
absolutely appreciate that just as much. Just
Absolutely.
as much.
And, for the ones that, are going through trouble, Lori D, Shannon, there's so many people in here struggling and going through this themselves or with a
Yes.
family member or a friend. Please know that we are here for you.
Yes.
Rosie and I were going to do our own little talk show on cancer, and she got sick.
We've been so sick.
I know it. We still
We're
haven't done
falling
that.
apart.
Yeah. Dee, that's exactly it. Prayers work. Prayers
Yes.
work. Thank you,
And
Angie.
please know, I don't know. I think I've said it on but I pray for all of you too. Every single one of you. Even if I don't know you by name, I say my YouTube family, my YouTube friends, and God knows the need. I pray for each and every one of you.
Oh, laced. See, and that's just the kind of person Rosie is. Just the kind of person. But I want to thank everybody who's donated, everybody that's sending out prayers, and know how much you are helping this lady and her family. Take some pressure off of them. Take some worries off of them. Being sick. I'm sorry, Donna, you got knocked off. The stress when you're sick already is very debilitating to anybody that is sick. It makes them even worse. So I want you all to know that I love you. Rosie, anything you want to say, babe, before we leave?
I just want to say what an amazing community we really do have. You know, the we have all seen so much ugliness here lately, so much hate and everything, but the way that I have seen this community pull together yesterday and today, just for little old me, and y'all inspire me so much, and I thank you all. Y'all are amazing people. Y'all are my angels, and I love you, and I thank you so much.
Oh. And with that, folks, it couldn't get much better than a thank you from Miss Rosie, right? And remember, folks, there's a rainbow at the end of the storm. There's always a rainbow. You guys have been this young lady's rainbow. Thank you for helping out. And I love you all. And I will see you. There is no paranormal tonight. None. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty? Love y'all. Bye
I
bye.
love you, Lucy.
I love you, Ethel.